Hey everybody, it's Stephanie Old World Gamer along with Scott Devin Kane, and welcome back to more retro indie pixels.
Yeah, we're back again, giving you all the good podcast stuff that we do every single week, and all that good stuff.
Indeed, I think it's going to be a smaller podcast or a shorter podcast this week.
We're going to be a little bit more reasonable than we were last week. Again, we had like a week and a half worth of stuff to go through, and for what it's worth, this week's news was difficult to weed through. It was really hard to only talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield one time, because there was just so much going on about it. But we definitely have stuff for you, don't worry. So,
Indeed.
So I will go directly into my news, which once again, thanks to VG247 for most of this news. So I'm going to start it off with a little bit of an update on the Rocket League thing. Loot boxes and keys will be replaced in Rocket League on December 4th. Rocket League will no longer contain loot boxes or keys when the next update goes live. We already knew about this because we did talk about this before, but this is an update on when. Loot boxes and keys will disappear in Rocket League when the game's update goes live December 4th. As we previously told you, crates and keys will be replaced by blueprints and credits. Once the update is live, players will also be able to browse and purchase a rotating selection of in-game items with the new item shop. The item shop will include all types of in-game items like painted cars, player banners, exotic wheels, goal explosions, and more, which can be purchased with credits. Keys that are still in your inventory on the day of the update will be converted to 100 credits. These can be used in the shop to build items from blueprints or upgrade your Rocket Pass Premium. You can buy packs of credits just like you could keys, plus you can earn them in Rocket Pass Premium. Once the update is live, Premium DLC packs will no longer be available for purchase, but you will retain items previously earned through these packs. You will still have these items in your inventory. Alongside the update, Rocket Pass 5 will go live with more information to be revealed next week. I think this really, for like older Rocket League players, I think this really just boils down to how much 100 credits for your keys are really going to be worth.
If you have keys. Myself, I don't have keys. I just have a shit ton of crates that mostly I got from 6, so to me it doesn't really matter. If anything, it just means that, I can see what I'm going to get now, so that's good.
Right.
So it's not like I'm spending $10 on keys and then finding out, yay! Here's a skin I won't use. Yay!
I think it's a step in the right direction for this sort of thing.
It definitely is.
Fortnite's doing pretty much the same thing when it was doing like its the Save the World thing, where it's like you knew exactly what you were going to be getting when you opened it. So it's like, I'm not just going to blow off a whole bunch of these, extremely expensive points to like get crap that I've already had 16 times. So. And maybe it's just like, hey, I only want one of these specific items. I'm never going to use any of the rest of these skins. And I'm just going to save up for this one really super skin that I wanted and don't have to spend the time trying to unlock 60,000 crates and try to get the one damn thing I wanted.
Well, the other thing is that with being able to get the stuff that you want, then, I mean, what are you going to do with the other blueprints? I mean, unless you can find someone who really wants them, they're kind of useless, really.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I suppose it'll, if they're even tradable. We don't even know if the blueprints and the blueprints will be. It depends. So we'll see how that looks.
Well, I mean, at the same time, they could still use loot boxes, just not have keys open them. Just have them as like a rare drop for if you play X amount of matches or something, And then you just unlock something for free without having to use anything to open it. Right?
Agreed. I like the ideas of like saying like, here's like this loot box or something like that, or it's like, here's a present crate or anything like that. Something that's not purchasable. Something that's just like a thing that's just like, this is just random stuff. Maybe you wouldn't have purchased it, maybe you would have, but it's like, here's a present for playing X games or winning X games or whatever like that. That I'm fine with. The whole random, like, here, spend $30 on all of these things and you may never get what you want.
Yeah.
I've never purchased stuff like that in any game, never will. Because, like, the random aspect of, like, saying, here's X amount of dollars, you may never get what you want.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, moving on. For our Epic Game Store free release this week, we have Bad North Jotun Edition. Real-time tactics meets roguelike. Bad North Jotun Edition is free on Epic Game Store. Bad North Jotun Edition is the latest free game offering through the Epic Game Store. It's free until November 29th. In it, you will do your best to defend your island kingdom against a horde of Viking invaders. Position and relocate your troops to fend off enemies and beware because they have their own counters. Also, if you lose a commander in battle, they are gone forever.
No!
If you lose everything, it's game over. Expect procedurally generated islands and unlockable upgrades to use on your troops. Now, folks, here's the thing I found interesting. Next week, it'll be replaced by Rayman Legends. In the platform action game, you will run through 100 maps and collect and can connect with friends through a variety of challenges and have a look at the leaderboards to see where you rank. Last week's free game was The Messenger. If you missed out on that, shame on you. That is damn.
Yeah, Messenger is worth it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Even if you missed on it, it's a $20 game, and it's worth every damn penny.
Yeah.
Again, it's Bad North Jotun Edition. It's like a tactical game, so I would be bad at it. But I'm really looking forward to getting Rayman Legends. Like, woo. Like, that's like a AAA title. They're just like, here you go.
Yeah.
So, again, nothing bad to say about Epic Games, man. I don't know why everybody gives them such a bad rap, but I love them. So, you will be able to pick up Bad North Jotun Edition until November 29th. Then it will be replaced by Rayman Legends. So, moving on. So, here we go. It's starting, Stefan. Amazon's game streaming service to work with Twitch may be revealed next year. Amazon is currently hiring for its ambitious game streaming service said to be targeting a 2020 launch. Earlier this year, a report from The Information revealed that Amazon is working on a game streaming service. Though it was very early days at the time, the report suggested that the company was already in talks with big publishers. Now a new report from CNET says things are moving forward on the project, with Amazon planning to announce the service next year. The report also reveals that Amazon's AWS cloud service will be powering it, and that the company plans to integrate it with Twitch, much in the same way Google and Stadia will be taking advantage of YouTube for some unique experiences.
Yeah, okay.
We believe the evolution that began with the arcade communities with a quarter at a time, growing to the live streams and esports of today, will continue to a future where everyone is a gamer and every gamer can create, compete, collaborate, and connect with others at massive scales. A statement on job openings for the service reads. Not much is known about how Amazon intends to approach game streaming or whether these efforts will bear fruit. The company spent years building up internal game development teams on projects, but some of which got canceled, and many of these developers were later laid off. But there's no doubt Amazon is serious about butting heads with Microsoft, Sony, and Google. The odds of them letting the Xbox Scarlet and PS5 launch without Amazon being there is zero, said Wedbush analyst Michael Patcher. Or Patcher, sorry. Without Amazon being there. I think Amazon should just take a step back and they should look at something. And we're going to talk about that later. I would say I like the fact that they're going to try to do stuff through Twitch. But I don't understand, like, if you're going to do special events through Twitch, why wouldn't you just use Twitch? It's already a free platform that you can use in the first place.
It's already set up and has everything ready to go.
So why bother going through all of this effort? I mean, what's the point? We're gonna get to that little snafu later, trust me.
I have a feeling that, well, I mean, where it says this whole, we believe the evolution, blah, 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 a statement on job openings for the service reads. And I'm just like, wait, are you guys hiring streamers for the service? Because that's what it almost sounds like to me, at least.
Yeah, it's kind of, it is a weird statement. I'm not really sure, like, what they're looking to do here. But it's like, I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense for Amazon to get into this sort of thing. It's like, what are you trying to accomplish that hasn't already been accomplished by other people or other companies that already know what they're doing and are already immensely popular? What, are you going to try to like compete with like Mixer and Twitch? Is this what we're trying to do? And we're just going to try to use the name Amazon to like, oh, hey guys, we're Amazon. We got more money than God. Come and stream with us. Like, what's the point? I don't understand. It I don't know. It just doesn't strike home.
Feels like there's going to be a lot of back and forth that we're not going to know really a whole lot really until like it gets released and we get to use it, I guess.
Yeah. So, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. But so moving on, Soul Calibur 6 Season 2 arrives next week, November 26th. Season 2 for Soul Calibur 6 kicks off next week with new characters, battle mechanics, and balance adjustments. Good. Soul Calibur 6 Season 2 kicks off on November 26th and brings with it a new paid DLC characters along with an update featuring improvements on fighters, balance, and new moves for all characters. An update for all players will also include new battle mechanics such as Soul Attack, which is a strengthened strike, and the Resist Impact, which is a defense move capable of repelling any attack, including currently unblockable attacks.
Wow.
2 new stages will be included with the update. The new DLC character is Hilda, and later Homaru from Samurai Showdown, and another character will be added for the season. Notes for the version 2 update are below. Where was I? Once the patch is applied, replay data from the previous season can no longer be replayed due to gameplay fixes and improvements. So the version 2 update is compatibility and support of Season 2. This includes disability support of Season Pass 2. The pass will be available November 26th. The paid DLC is going to be Hilda. She's not a new character. She's from Soul Calibur 4. I think she came first. I say with a question mark. I'm almost certain it was Soul Calibur 4 that she came. It was either 4 or 5. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it's 4. New creation parts. Whatever. That's what you know. That's what you do. More creation items for PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Additional stages being the Silver Wolf's Haven and the Grand Labyrinth. And then some extra battle adjustments, which is Soul Attack and Resist Impact. Network adjustments and all that sort of. I'm not going to go over everything because there's a lot. There's actually a lot. There's a lot here.
Wow.
And the extra ban policies, which is for people who violate the EULA. So I haven't played Soul Calibur 6 a lot because I really wasn't. See, you have to understand something. When it comes to fighting games, there's 2 series that I'm extremely what's the word I'm looking for? I like them a lot. Passionate for. And it's the Marvel vs. series and it's the Soul Calibur series. I have played the Soul series since Soul Blade was first in the arcades. Okay? You have to understand, I'm like this 11-year-old kid who has a friend who comes to my door and goes, "Joe, do you see the new fighting game in the arcade? A 3-hit combo is just AAA. You have to hit one button 3 times to get a 3-hit combo. It's so awesome." And been a big fan of the game since. I've been a Mitsurugi main since day one. I've only played Mitsurugi, and pretty much only one game has ever been different. I like this new battle system, Soul Attack. It kind of sounds like what they did in older Soul games, where like when you hit all 3 buttons at the same time, you did a Soul Charge, and then like your next moves would be like super powered. It sounds like that's what's going on here. And then Resist Impact sounds just like kind of like an overpowered guard impact. Maybe it'll be a.
Well, if it can stop unblockable attacks, I mean that's pretty fucking nice.
I would guess it would probably be like a guard impact that uses meter. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just guessing right now.
And for anybody out there who doesn't have Soul Calibur 6, it is currently available on the Humble Monthly which the monthly itself only costs $12, and you get, starting out, you get 3 games immediately, plus a bunch of other games after it's fully released. One of those first starting games, well, the 2 of them are this Yakuza game. The second one is My Time at Portia, which is actually pretty good as well. And the third one is Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur 6 in the store is like $80 or something, or $70 here.
It's pretty expensive.
For me, a Canadian. So, I mean, for you guys, it's probably like $60, $65.
It's a 50-something.
So, it's an expensive game. So, getting it for $12 is a steal.
It's a AAA title that's played at EVO still. So, you got that going for you.
And I've always been a fan of that. I just wish they'd bring back more Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive is... Oh.
Dead or Alive has never really been, like, my thing, or... I kind of, like, Dead or Alive to me, it was, matches can sometimes end too quickly. Where, like, certain, like, throw combos just do, like, asinine amount of damage.
Oh, God, yeah. But, see, what I liked about it is that you could counter in the middle of getting, like, you know, grabbed, and then, like, in the middle of your counter, you can get countered, and then so on and so forth. It's just, oh... It was so good. But yeah, Soul Calibur is fantastic as well, though. It's the same type of thing, really. Like, you kind of have to learn, like, all the different type of combinations that you can do just with your attacks, let alone the combos of those attacks. So, it's ridiculous how much, like, thought can go into just playing a character.
Yeah, it's a very intricate game. Like, just learning, like, everything a specific character can do. Like, every character has, like 100 moves.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, you know, doing an 8-way run and hitting, you know, A, B, or K changes the moves from a standing 8, or, you know, A, B, or K, you know? And there's, like, 8-way A, B, 8-way A, K, 8-way B, K. Are all different moves. And, you know, just being able to learn, like, what moves link into other moves, or what moves link into throws, or what moves link into supers. It's like, oof, this game has a lot of depth to it, you know?
Oh, Yakuza Kiwami, that was the name of the other game, sorry.
There you go. But, it's, in my opinion, I think it's, like, one of the best built fighting games, like, from the ground up. Like, everything about it is just really good. So,
I think it's as solid as the Street Fighter series. Now, I'm sure people are going to argue with me over that, but that's just my opinion on it. I definitely agree. I'm a huge fan of Soul Calibur, and I'm a pretty big fan of Street Fighter as well. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'd almost say right now I'd probably prefer to play Soul Calibur over Street Fighter. I prefer the old Street Fighter games, honestly. I'm a huge Super Street Fighter fan personally, so
yeah. So anyway, moving on. So, Steam Remote Play, we were talking about that before, is now out of beta and available to all Steam users. Valve has launched its new Steam Remote Play Together feature alongside a sale to celebrate. After a month in beta, Steam Remote Play Together is now released to all Steam members. With this feature, you can now play local multiplayer on iOS and Android devices. This feature enables cross-platform play across Windows, Linux, Mac OS, iOS, and Android. Up to 4 players, or even more on ideal conditions, can start playing together as long as the host owns and has installed the game. Additional players can then connect through Steam Remote Play using PC or the Steam Chat and Steam Link mobile apps. To celebrate the release, Steam is also hosting a Remote Play Together sale and streaming event starting today, which was yesterday. So, there you go. You can expect hundreds of games that support the new feature to be on sale through November 25th. This includes titles such as Rayman Legends, Overcooked, Cuphead, and more. I mean, we already talked about how Remote Play Together works, and from what I've been hearing from a lot of...
I just sent you a little secretive note about this that I kind of mentioned before in passing as well, but I didn't really explain what it was, and we can't really mention it during the podcast because it's kind of something we don't want to put out there just for the fact that if it gets out there too quickly, everyone will do it, and then Steam will stop it. Yeah. You see what I'm talking about now?
Yes, we will not mention that. But there are, you know, you could play a lot of games.
You could play a lot of games with it. Yep.
Yeah, but for what I've been hearing over like a lot of the people who've been doing reviews about it is that it works really good.
Yes, it does.
It works really well, and it does everything that it says it does.
Yep.
You know, it's like all they got to do is plug in a controller and connect to the stuff, and boom, you could just play the game.
Yeah, I've actually watched Elizibar play. They have a video there as well, but I've watched Elizibar play Spelunky with a couple of people, and I've seen Orn play a few games with people as well, and yeah, they say it works fantastic. So
yeah,
it's nice to see that. That's awesome. It's about time, and thank you, Steam.
Absolutely. And then we got the remote play together sale and streaming event. So a lot of really cool multiplayer games that used to be just local multiplayer. Now you can play with your friends anywhere, anytime, as long as you own the game.
Yeah.
So a great improvement of gaming outside of sitting on your couch. So I'm gonna jump on a couple Borderlands updates here for you guys. Borderlands 3 will be free to play this weekend on PS4 and Xbox One this weekend. If you've been holding on to playing Borderlands 3, you have a chance to try it before you buy it. Borderlands 3 will be free to play starting tomorrow, which is today, for PS4 and Xbox One users until November 24th, which is Sunday? Yes. So Thursday through Sunday. The news was announced today during the latest Borderlands show. Along with the free weekend, our first 4 campaigns of DLC was announced. We're not going to go over that because I'm going to talk about it in a few seconds. Alongside the free weekend, tomorrow a new patch will drop, and it includes the free DLC challenge Takedown at the Maliwan Black Site. Going to be damn sure I'm going to be playing that later on tonight, because once I get my brother and doing all the stuff with Messenger, I'm kind of interested in seeing the new Takedown at Maliwan Black Site. But yeah, if you guys are interested in playing Borderlands 3, which you really should be because it's damn good. It's really, really, really good. You have Thursday through
today until Sunday. Yeah, it's
you've got
3
4
solid
days
days
to try it, and if you really put in the time for it, you can probably finish the game in those 4 days. If you really just kind of sit down and just grind it out and play the game, you can finish it. But
if you have the free time, Scott. If you have the free time.
If you got the free time, sure. So. The other thing we were going to talk about is the DLC that is coming out, which is Borderlands' first campaign DLC is Moxxi's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot. Oops. Here we go. So Moxxi's Heist of the Handsome Jackpot is the first DLC campaign coming to Borderlands 3. This is the first of 4 DLCs for BL3, and it drops December 19th. It is included in both the Season Pass and the Borderlands 3 Super Deluxe Edition. The DLC was announced in the latest Borderlands show, where the development team at Gearbox also discussed the patch coming this week, which includes the endgame challenge of Takedown the Maliwan Black Site launching today, Mayhem Mode 4, and some quality of life improvements. All bosses will have dedicated loot pools and expanded bank slots as promised in today's update. Target Dummy will be available, and new vending machines will be deployed across all maps. So here's the details on Moxxi's Heist of Handsome Jackpot. The pull-off at the Ultimate Casino Heist, Moxxi is assembling a crew to plunder a derelict space station casino, and you've proven yourself worthy of joining her ragtag team of experts. Successfully battle your way through Hyperion security forces and crazed casino goers to reach the safe loaded with iridium, cash, and all new legendary loot. The Handsome Jackpot, this once thriving destination, is packed with unique zones worthy of Handsome Jack's lavish lifestyle and dirty dealings, but has been on total lockdown since his death. You need to be able to be at Sanctuary 3 to be able to do this stuff, but Sanctuary 3 is relatively early in the game. Beat Casino Security, get a blast from Pandora's Pass when you battle the Hyperion forces that outlived Handsome Jack, include never-before-seen enemies and larger-than-life bosses. And all new loot. So it's going to be new Vault Hunter heads, skin, weapon trinkets, Echo device skin, and new emotes. So this will be releasing December 19th. So as for today's update, this is something that's absolutely desperately needed. The bank update. Oh my god.
Scott can finally have more things.
No, I'm gonna be able to have an inventory again. Because, like we said before, it's like, oh, they advertise millions of guns, but only give you 50 spots to put them. Like, come on, guys, we need more stuff. So, Moxxi's Heist at Moxxi's Heist of Handsome Jackpot will release December 19th. So, next thing I wanted to talk about, Pokemon Sword and Shield moved 1.36 million copies in its first 3 days in Japan.
Oh my god. Oh
wow.
God.
In its first 3 days of availability in Japan, Sword and Shield moved 1.36 million copies. Sword and Shield sold well enough during its first 3 days in the market in Japan to make it the best-selling opening week for a Switch title ever. The previous holder was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which sold 1.23 million copies in its debut. As Kimetsu notes, the figures don't take into account digital sales, only physical copies, the Sword and Shield double pack, and download cards. The game also helped boost both Switch hardware models between November 11th and 17th. According to Media Create Sales, Switch Lite moved more than almost 100,000 units compared to the prior week when it only sold 34.5 thousand units. Switch sold 82.5 million units, up from 54.2 million units the prior week. While the latest Pokemon game bested Super Smash Bros. Ultimate during its opening week, the brawler moved 100,000 more hardware units during the same period than Sword and Shield. In Japan, the latest figure brings live to date sales of the Switch to 9.51 million in the country and 550,000 lifetime sales for Switch Lite. Together, the Switch family of systems has moved over 10 million units in just Japan alone. I mean, 10 million units might not sound like a lot, but we're talking about 10 million units in one country.
Yeah, that's a lot.
In one country. And think of it this way, okay? So, if there's been 10 million units sold in Japan of the Switch and the Switch Lite together, the Switch family, and Pokemon Sword and Shield sold 1.36 million copies, that means that 13% of the people that own a Switch own this game. That might not sound like a lot, but think about that. 13.6% of the people who own a Switch own a physical copy of the game.
Yeah, but then you don't take into account, though, Scott, that they're as much, if not more, into their games than we are. In, like, oh, they put out a new version of the Switch? Alright, I'm going to have to get that one, too. Oh, there's a Switch Lite that I can have as well? Alright, I'll get one of those. So you're probably not taking into account that some of these people probably have 2 or 3 Switches just because
right.
they want to have the best all the time kind of thing.
Right.
So
you are absolutely right.
So that number actually increases from 13 to, what? Who knows what number? 13 is still pretty big.
Minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
At base minimum, if every person in Japan who owned one only owned one, that would mean that almost 14% of the people who own one own this one game.
Within 3 days.
Within 3 days. Within 3 days. That's not and this was yesterday. Who knows how many copies sold today? So, to say that this game was anticipated is... Next week, we'll probably go into all the problems it has. But we're not going to do that today. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time...
I thought this was banned, Scott.
Well, we said that we had to report on it when it came out. Because now it has come out. And Stadia reportedly performing below Google's expectations.
Oh, really? Oh.
What a fucking surprise. What a surprise. It looks like Google Stadia is off to a bad start as far as consumer interest. What a surprise. According to Kotaku's Jason Schreider, pre-orders for Google Stadia's game streaming platform have been underwhelming. Despite the Founders Edition actually selling out, one person involved in the process told Schreider pre-orders were below expectations. Until the free tier becomes available sometime next year, pre-ordering the Premier package is currently the only way to gauge actual interest.
You killed your own fucking console. What the fuck did you expect?
A tweet from Jason Schreider on the 19th. Google Stadia is out today, and it already looks like a monumental flop. Question is, will they eventually stop trying to sell games and switch to an all-you-can-eat subscription model, or just let it die? With that in mind, Schreier believes that the reception has much to do with the platform's business model, which sells games and DLC at full price and doesn't offer them as part of a subscription service. It is, however, too early to tell what Stadia's fate within Google is going to be, but Schreier says the company is building new studios to create exclusive content, so it's not abandoning it just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Another tweet on the 19th from Jason Schreier. I don't think Google is going to give up on Stadia that quickly. They're building multiple game studios as we speak, but it's always asinine to think that they could sell games at full price in this thing. Need to pivot, even if it means losing some of the biggest AAA games, which is absolutely true.
Who cares if you lose the AAA games? We can get them on other stuff already.
Yep. Launch day Stadia reviews praised the tech, but maligned most everything around it. From the heap of missing features, limited UI to lack enough original content, many critics simply couldn't make a compelling case for its existence at this time. Reviews have also since revealed that some of the games aren't running at 4K or 60 FPS in other cases, such as Destiny 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because I'm sure people said, oh, Red Dead Redemption 2's coming out tomorrow. Nah, I'm not going to get that. I'm waiting for Google to release a console so I can buy it on that. That's where I really want to play it the most. Like, come on, man. Like, you guys buried yourselves so bad. Like, who was in charge of this? Because get rid of them or put them back where they were before, because this is terrible. It really is terrible. When your release day, when you're like, only game that you can basically get on there that's not available anywhere else is one indie game, which again, good for them. At least they're doing something. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, you're offering all these AAA titles that are already out. Like, if people wanted those, they've already got them.
Yep.
You know, and not only that, if they're going to get them in the future because they don't have them yet, they're probably still going to get them on Xbox and stuff because most of their friends already have it on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever the case may be.
So it's like, I have a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC. So I'm going to go buy a whole new console and rebuy the game at full price.
Yep.
To just to be able to play it on your platform.
Yeah.
Or, hear me out, I can use Twitch and stream it for free.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, SDK reporting on Stadia once again, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a thing to think about when it comes to Google Stadia. We've been talking about it for weeks, and we've been telling you guys all about this stuff, and now it has released, and we only have one thing to say. We fucking told you so.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Told us so.
Told you so. PlayStation Black Friday sales include PS4 Pro, PSVR, and Game of the Year deals. Get ready for Black Friday. Sony has officially announced its Black Friday deals for North America. Starting on November 24th until December 2nd in the US and November 28th until December 6th in Canada, PlayStation 4 consoles and Game of the Year contenders will be up for grabs at slash price for the PS4 Pro, which will be launched available for $300 USD, and PS4 Slim bundled with God of War, The Last of Us Remastered, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition for $200. Here's a full rundown of all PlayStation 2019 Black Friday sales coming next week. Only on PlayStation PS4 bundle for $199 or $249 Canadian, featuring a 1TB PS4 system and 3 award-winning games: The Last of Us Remastered, God of War, and Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition.
That's nice.
That's a really, really good price for a PS4. Not only is it a PS4 for only $200, you're also getting like 3 award-winning games. That's really good. PS4 Pro for $300, which is usually $400. The PSVR multi-game bundle for $199.99 for $250 Canadian, regularly a $300 value. That's coming $100 off, and $120 off for Canadian. Features a PSVR headset, PS camera, and vouchers to download 5 PSVR games: Astrobot Rescue Mission, Skyrim VR, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Everyone's Golf VR and PlayStation VR Worlds. VR Blood and Truth plus Everyone's Golf bundle for $249.99 or the $319 Canadian. So regularly, the same value off. It's going to be $130 off for Canadian and $100 off for American. Featuring the headset, PS camera, 2 PS Move controllers, and 2 popular games, Blood and Truth and Everybody's Golf VR. The PS Gold headsets are going to be $30 off American and $40 off Canadian. No, $30 off, I'm sorry. DualShock 4 wireless controllers are going to be only $40 a piece right now, where they are regularly $65. So $25 off the wireless controllers for PS4, and Canada's going to also be getting $25 off of theirs as well. 25% off all PlayStation Plus yearly subscriptions. Select PlayStation exclusive games for only $19.99, which include Days Gone, Marvel Spider-Man Game of the Year, Medieval, Concrete Genie, and MLB The Show 19. And PlayStation Greatest Hits games are only going to be $10 a piece. Also, $10 a piece Canadian as well. So they're gonna be cheaper for you guys up there in Canada. In the meantime, while you wait for Black Friday to roll around, you can check out some of the best early PS4 Black Friday deals are on the link we have right here. You can find that on VG247.
I want to see what kind of deals are going to have for Switch. Come on, let me know.
Well, when they get. Oh, okay. Actually, here's the thing. I was going to go over that, except that when they did, they already had a pre-Black Friday sale.
For what, Switch?
For Switch. Yes,
what?
It already started.
Wait.
Except it's sold out everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
Man.
So, I was even like, oh, I'm going to report on this. So I started clicking the links to see how much they were going to be. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. Like, hot fucking damn. So, I would have reported on it if it would have been a thing, but it's not. So, I did what I could.
I know. Oh, I'm disappointed.
So, yeah, I know. So, moving on. Street Fighter V Champion Edition includes all character stages and costumes for $30. There's a new Street Fighter V edition coming in the works next year. Capcom has announced Street Fighter V Champion Edition, the second edition to follow from the main game's release. Unlike Arcade Edition, Champion is going to be just more than just a rebranding of its existing content. Street Fighter V Champion Edition is the game's most complete yet, and comes with all announced and released post-launch fighters, stages, and costumes for the main game as well as Arcade Edition. It does not, however, include certain content such as Fighting Chance costumes, Capcom Pro Tour DLC, and other brand collaborations. That's 40 characters, 34 stages, and over 200 costumes by Capcom's count. Champion Edition also includes Gil, whose publishers announced today will be available to existing players sometime in December. Street Fighter V Champion Edition arrives February 14th on PC and PS4, physical and digital, priced at only $30.
That's not
Existing
bad.
players can also upgrade to the Championship Edition and unlock all content for $25, and they can do that today. See, I think this is a step in the right direction for Street Fighter V.
Yeah.
This is also going to be a shot in the foot for everybody who's been gradually downloading all this DLC stuff. But, you know, for people who've been kind of like, I'm kind of pussyfooting around getting Street Fighter V, here's your opportunity. You're going to be getting all the DLC, all of, like, the non-exclusive DLC stuff. And all of the stages, all the characters, including Gil, who hasn't even released yet, and the stages, costumes, DLC, characters, and all that stuff for $30. That's not a bad deal, honestly, especially for like a AAA fighting game like Street Fighter V.
I don't want to know what a foot that looks like a pussy looks like, because that sounds gross. I'm just saying, it's going to be weird.
What? What?
You said pussyfooting. I'm just saying.
Oh. See, this is what I gotta deal with, folks. This is the co-host that's been given to me. You know?
Given to you.
this is what I got. I gotta deal with a guy who wants to use the word pussyfoot and be like, I don't want to know what a pussy looks like a foot.
A foot that looks like a pussy. That'd be.
Like.
I guess the reverse would be bad too.
Here's the thing. It's like that just like absolutely froze me. I'm just like, I don't know what to say. We're talking about Street Fighter, and all of a sudden that shit comes out. I'm just like, what the fuck? We're gonna move on, all right, guys, so that we get back on track here. So we don't have to talk about pussy that looks like a foot. Anyway,
looks like a pussy.
For what? Whatever.
Oh god.
Anyway, so moving on. Torchlight Frontiers has been fuck you messed me up, man. I was doing good today. You know, not many like slowdowns. I haven't tripped over words, and now that came out. See, little hint, folks. I'm using the word pussyfoot again. Anyway, Torchlight Frontiers has been delayed and it's not coming out in 2019. Shared World action RPG Torchlight Frontiers won't make its planned 2019 release window. News of Torchlight Frontiers' delay was revealed by Blizzard North co-founder Extra Games CEO Max Schaefer during a Path of Exile fan convention in New Zealand over the weekend. Speaking with PC Gamer, Schaefer said that the title will not release in 2019 timeframe that was indicated 2.5 years ago, or indicated. I'm sorry. We have not updated that yet, which we probably should, Schaefer continues. But we do not have really specific things to say. We're doing some changes to the game right now that's kind of hard to pin down. We don't really have better information to give yet. So that's kind of why we've been waiting. But obviously it's not going to make it right away. It's plugging along and getting better every day. We're really excited about it. It's just we're kind of waiting for the right time to like come out with another big news dump about what's going on. I like how they like that conversation was literally translated word for word, like to come out. Anyway, first announced this year, Torchlight Frontiers features a shared, persistent, dynamic generated world, and the game players and their pets team up to hack and slash their way through the game. The game is development at Extra Games and led by Max Schaefer. The rest of the team is made up of personnel who worked on the Diablo and Torchlight franchises. The game is being developed for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I don't know, have you played Torchlight, Stefan?
I haven't played much. I actually have a physical copy of Torchlight 2.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, I haven't had the chance to actually play it yet, which I've been wanting to. It's just, I just haven't gotten around to it, because, of course.
So, out of base, it's a Diablo clone.
Yeah.
But it has its own stuff to it that makes it really fun to play. My brother and I have played a lot of Torchlight. I don't want to... I'm going to say we probably have, like, 300 or 400 hours on it between Torchlight 1 and 2 that we played. We played a lot. If it's a Diablo clone, you know we're going to play. I played Path of Exile. I played Champions of Norath. You know,
I love Champions of Norath.
We played Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance. We played all those games. You know, if it's a Diablo clone, you know for damn sure we're going to get into it. And it was a damn tragic sin that Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 3 never got a release because they left that game on such a cliffhanger and then never made a third one. But anyway, I've been kind of like, you know, on like the low end, kind of watching this, you know. It's not one of those things like, man, I can't wait for Torchlight Frontiers to come out. It's like, hey, when it comes out, I'm gonna play this game because I like Torchlight. It's a fun franchise, and I'm gonna play it. So, well, we're gonna have to wait for it until next year, unfortunately. So this is something I'm excited to talk about. Twitch aims to make streaming easier for newbies with Twitch Studio. Twitch is looking to make streaming easier for beginners with its newly launched Twitch Studios. Currently in beta, Twitch Studio is a free software that aims to simplify all the setup process required for streaming games and to manage streams overall. Most gamers rely on third-party streaming programs like OBS or XSplit to stream content. and it can be a bit of a barrier to entry for those just starting out. So Twitch has designed this specifically for those who are thinking about becoming a streamer or tried and gave up because it was too difficult. Twitch Studio is purpose-built for streaming through Twitch, which with a setup process that automatically detects what hardware you're using, then optimizes your stream setting for a particular connection speed. Currently, Twitch Studio supports Elgato and AverMedia capture cards, although you'll also be able to capture video directly from your PC without any. Twitch Studio plans to introduce an in-game overlay to the platform, which makes monitoring chat a little easier from a single monitor. You can download the Twitch Beta Studio over at the official site. I think this is great. I think this is going to be able to get smaller people who might not, have as much experience in streaming to like, hey, I gotta download this and I have to get this information and I gotta do that and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. It's like, blah, blah. I've been streaming for like almost 2 years at this point, and I still don't know how things work. Have you seen my Twitch page? I ain't got shit on it.
I know.
So, as compared to, Stefan's, who has like a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'm like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Scott doesn't know how to write. I've offered him to help him with stuff, so...
A bunch of people have offered to help me. I'm just like, I'll do it, and then I never do it. Because,
I mean...
But this is great. This is a great idea. I think this is going to be, like, really super awesome to get more people into the platform who have been discouraged with, like, the potential difficulty that it is to getting started. And trust me, getting started was... It's not easy. I mean, you can just like, here's how you do it, and you're like, okay, I did it. When there's nothing worked. So, it's like switching between games and getting stuff like BRB messages and stuff like that or whatever. That's all going to be completely handled. So, a good step in the right direction for for Twitch and people just to get people onto the platform.
Yeah. They need to open up more. I mean, it's probably going to come with time anyways, but they do need to open up so that you can use other types of capture cards and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Which will come with time. But I mean, as a beginner thing, yeah, this is fantastic.
Yep. More people, more streaming.
Indeed.
So, two stories left from me, which are both brought to you by GamesRadar.com. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is getting a PC launch in December. The acclaimed Dragon Quest Builders 2 is making its way to PC December 10th, where Square Enix has announced. The PC port comes with all currently available DLC featured in the PS4 Season Pass, which means you'll have access to new recipes, hairstyles, clothing, and environments. Pre-orders are open over on Steam, and pre-ordering or buying Dragon Quest Builders 2 before January 6th gets you a bundle of additional goodies.
Ooh!
The early adopter bonuses include ornamental medicine herb recipes, Dragon Quest logo recipe, ornamental chimera wing recipe, 5 sigil block recipes for building decorative blocks with sun, moons, stars, water, and soul motifs, a legendary line art recipe, and low-res luminary recipes. The included DLC packs are the Hado Stuff Pack, the Aquarium Pack, and the Modernist Pack. Combined, the updates add over 100 new recipes, customization options, and an entire island where you can catch and breed 40 types of fish and build an aquarium.
No.
Dragon Quest Builders 2 has made its debut in Japan on Switch and PS4 almost a year ago, with a worldwide release following in July of 2019. Mostly lovely review notes its expansive, explorable environments and well-executed blend of RPG and building mechanics. Games Radar writer Rachel Weber wrote in her review, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is back to make its mix of Minecraft-style building, Harvest Moon farming, and Zelda-ish exploration your whole life. The first game proved just how satisfying the mix of creation and carnage could be, and Dragon Quest Builders 2 improves on the original formula like it's slinging a diamond necklace on a unicorn. If you don't care what platform you play Dragon Quest Builders 2 on, keep an eye on Black Friday game deals for a price cut on PS4 and for for Switch. I haven't played any of these, but
It looks fun. It looks like Animal Crossing-ish, and I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some people play it on YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. The game looks pretty fun.
Build an aquarium?
Stephen would just build like a 500-foot aquarium and just like stand back with the characters and just like watch it for hours.
Why not?
See? Told you. I know what you would do, Stephen. I know exactly where he's. Man, if I could have like 700 fish in this aquarium, I could just sit and stare at it. Hell yeah!
Yeah, of course. That would be relaxing as shit.
Right? I can't lie. I'd probably enjoy that myself. So, last article here is talking about Half-Life Alyx being confirmed by Valve, and it's a VR game. So the original story says that Valve has just announced it's working on a new Half-Life game. We'll get the first look at it on Thursday. According to the tweet issued by a new Valve software account, which confirms that Half-Life Alyx will be a VR experience. So, thanks to Ars Technica piece, we have seen even more information about the upcoming Half-Life Alyx, including when it's set. The piece suggests the game will take place between Half-Life and Half-Life 2, and you'll step into the role of Alyx Vance years before Gordon Freeman's return to the series. According to Ars Technica, there has been no indication in testing that you are physically inhabiting Alyx's body, save for pairs of hands, but that's likely to change. The data leak from Valve's Source 2 game engine, uncovered by Valve News Network in September of last year, suggests the existence of a new control system called the Gravity Gloves. Gravity Gloves? Yeah, I read that right. Ars Technica reports that multiple sources have confirmed that it is indeed a major control system in Half-Life Alyx, and that they'll function in-game like magnets. Following this logic, the new system seems to be an adequate fit for both the new Valve Index controllers, which attach to your knuckles but leave your fingers completely free, and older VR controllers like the HTC Vive Wand.
Whoa.
That's because the developers have methodically designed the game's objects to be interacted with by hand, which can make this game one of the best representatives of navigating a VR adventure world yet. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Half-Life. I've played a lot of Half-Life. A lot of Half-Life, especially like in the orange box, where like my brother and I would play like split screen and just like deathmatch each other and like Gordon hunting. If you've never played Gordon hunting, that's fun. Gordon hunting is you play on a 2-player map, and one of you puts a grenade at your feet, and you blow yourself into the sky. Usually it leaves you at like 15 health or whatever. The other person has to try to snipe you out of the sky before you hit the ground. You get a point if you kill him. You play it like 10. It's the whole idea. It's like Duck Hunt, except you're shooting Gordon Freeman.
Jesus. I mean, that's one way to do it.
I mean, I played a lot of Half-Life, like Half-Life 2, or Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2 episode, you know, all that stuff.
All those episodes.
Blue Shift. I played Blue Shift.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, Jesus. Blue Shift. All that stuff. So, now I'm going to go back to this. And I don't get it. I don't understand the need for this. We have been, as a gaming collective, been sitting around and memeing and praying and watching and waiting and staring and pleading for Half-Life 3. Why are you working on this?
Yeah, why virtual reality game?
Why?
Honestly, I still don't feel like virtual reality is where it could be.
No. I mean, there are some things that are, like, really cool. Like games like Beat Saber. I think Beat Saber is a really cool game. I mean, I'm a guy who plays rhythm games, so of course I'm going to go to the rhythm game on it. But if you've seen Beat Saber, it's a pretty cool looking game. You know, if you've seen anything about it. But like you're saying, I think VR still needs like another 10 years before it's anything like super intuitive, or it's like, you know, you're really in a game and blah, all that sort of stuff. Maybe I'm wrong and I've just not had like the proper VR experience, you know, around it. You know, I'll admit that my amount of experience in VR is very limited. I've only ever played maybe like 2 or 3 games ever when a friend is like, hey, I got VR stuff, want to try it? Okay, sure, cool, whatever. But just why, Valve? Why? Who asked for this? Because I can tell you right now, I don't think any of us asked for this. You know what all of us asked for? Fucking Half-Life 3.
Yeah, really.
Like, and it's been how long now? And now, like, the next piece of Half-Life is going to be a VR game starring Alyx? Like, okay, cool. Giving us a little Alyx backstory is neat and everything like that, but we want to see the next part of Half-Life 2. Why are you doing this? There are millions of people out there who are just like, oh, the new Half-Life game. Oh, it's starring Alyx. Oh, it's a VR game. Oh, it's my Half-Life 3. You know, what? I don't understand stuff. I don't get it. I don't. Maybe there's something I'm missing.
They're probably just wanting to go into a different direction or something with their gaming. Who knows?
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so that's it for the news over here on the SDK desk. So I'm going to pass the torch over to OWG.
All right. Well, as you know, Scott, you know what I always start with.
Is it
time to
possibly
get baked, eat some cake.
And is it possibly my favorite part of the podcast? Is it your favorite part of the podcast? If it's not your favorite part of the podcast, what the hell are you doing? Have you been watching us for like the last how many months? It really should be your favorite part of the podcast because it's the Steam Queue.
Can't see your finger, but all we see is this bird. Alright. Here's our Steam Queue coming up. I don't know what this is going to be like because I haven't really played much this week. I've been mostly and hard and work. So,
which is fine. It's okay.
This land is my land. What? Frontiers. Experience the frontier as a chief Native American tribe and resist the onset of the settlers. Explore a vast world full of hostile humans and animals while defining your narrative through the decisions you make. Survive, hunt, craft, unite, and lead the tribes to take back your lands. It just came out yesterday. This does not look bad. It looks graphically, it's fucking gorgeous. Like it's not a pixely game by any means. It's nothing that we usually dabble into, but I don't mind these realistic like games when there's exploration involved. Like this here, this makes me want to go and play with myself in a corner. That's it's true. I like that way with games, dude. It's it just like this looks like it would be actually fun to play if what they're saying is right.
I actually like this sort of stuff, like the old West sort of thing, and like the frontier. I like this genre of games, which is why I'm not a big fan of Red Dead or of Assassin's Creed, but I love Red Dead Redemption. They're literally the same game in different settings. Like if you played both games, you cannot tell me that it's just not. It's Assassin's Creed with a Frontier West skin on it. It really is.
What's that, Red Dead?
Yeah.
Well, fuck, Red Dead is basically GTA in Western times.
It's all the same. It's like GTA,
and that's fun.
It's a modern
honestly, for me personally, I feel that I like Red Dead because it's in that time frame over GTA. Personally, it's just I don't know. It feels more exciting to cops are coming after me. Well, guess what? I can't shoot at your car unless I have like a fucking rocket launcher or some shit, or like really good aim and shoot you in the face. But if I shoot your horse in between its two front legs, you know, there's a good chance it's going to go to the ground, and so will you, and I can just speed on past my horse. That's fun to me. I know it sounds cruel, but it's true. It sounds fun. So
for me, I absolutely agree. I love any games that have this sort of setting. An old PS2, like a first-person shooter named Gun.
Oh, I remember that.
Really, you remember Gun? That was a fun game. I loved that.
All right, next up in our Steam, I've added that one to my to my list. Whoa, remote play together. This is called whoa. Black Future 88 is a synth punk roguelike 2D action shooter. Vertically climb an always evolving procedural tower to reach the top and kill its insane owner before your heart explodes. Shoot, slash, dash, and upgrade yourself to survive the endless waves of homicidal AI traps and colossal wardens. It's like AJ, what the fuck is that?
Just looking at the art style, I am at half chub. Please play that. Please play that preview.
Oh, we're playing it. This is just the. Oh, hello. She's got a round ass. And that other girl's got a loose looking ass. Jesus, what's wrong with her? Oh! Okay, then they show the actual gameplay, and I'm like, yes! Oh, gameplay is so good. Oh, no. She's dead.
Oh, Stefan.
I know, right, Scott? Oh! It's starting already.
Goodness. Oh.
Yeah, okay, so for anyone watching out there, this is like a not even a run and gun, it's a platformer shooter slash, like, oh my, like, is this almost like arena only, or I'm not sure if there's, it doesn't look like there's any explorative, like, part to this. It looks like it's just,
it's like
oh yeah, you gotta go to each floor, yeah, they were saying, okay, yeah. Okay, so that's kind of cool. You got to defeat each floor, and wow. So this actually looks really good. I like you can get some upgrades there. So each floor, I guess, is a different challenge. That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
And it looks, oh, the pixel style is so nice.
Oh
yeah, and they're using those nice. This is what I've been liking about the pixel indie games, is that they've been doing these really, really beautiful, like, lighting effects to go along with the pixel graphics that just make it that much more fucking delicious. Like,
yep.
Gee, again, want to go in the corner and just ruin myself. Fuck. Yes, add to my wish list. Jesus Christ, Superstar.
Coming November 21st.
Today, it's out today. It's already out. Came out today, sir. 2051. Collector's edition, $24.93. Wow. So actually, it just comes with the soundtrack, but still, we didn't get to listen to the soundtrack, but I bet it's bumping. Let's just.
I bet it is. Okay, so far so good.
Well, let's go to this next one. Oh. Hold on. Oh, the soundtrack is bumping, Scott.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
These are the times after. There are no more months or even weeks. Everything
Whoa.
is measured in the minutes left to live.
Yeah, no, this looks wow. Alright, so I know this is like the second game we've looked at so far.
I know.
This is Game of the Week material right now.
I've already written it down as potential. I literally, if you hadn't noticed, I just like went to and started writing something. It's literally like taking note of potential Game of the Week material.
Oh my god, and the soundtrack.
It's got that future vibe, and I love that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh boy.
My God. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Next one. Bug Fables, the Everlasting Sapling. Follow Vi, Cabu, and Leaf as they uncover the secrets of the land of Bulgaria. Explore and combine your team's abilities to solve puzzles, defeat powerful enemies, and find ancient treasures. It's an adventure RPG. It almost looks like Paper Mario.
Yeah, it kind of does, yeah.
Very Paper Mario.
Yeah, it does.
This only came out today as well. What the hell, man? So many good games are coming out today. This looks good. I would play this. Yeah, that's going on my wish list.
Looks pretty neat. I like it.
Robin's a huge fan of the Paper Mario games, so I would imagine if I got this, she would be delighted.
Right? There you go. Add that to the wish list.
Whoa, you're using cards? What? Is that just one of the ways one of the people attack, I wonder?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
So, that seems very interesting. I've obviously already added to my wish list. So far, every game we've looked at has been put on my wish list.
So far, so good.
So far, what the fuck?
I'm not really even in the mood to speak, if I'm being honest, because I was just
What do you mean there was a problem with him? No, ignore!
Football Manager 2020.
Yeah, I'm skipping ahead. Still there. Why do I feel like we already seen this?
I don't know when you'll hear this. Are you on that
That's,
space
you know,
station yet?
Oh, yeah. I've seen this one already.
Job.
We did talk
Time
about
for
still there, I
yourself.
think.
I know you want to be alone. You know, it was 20 years ago today. While I write, I can't.
Alright, so every day is the same on the faraway Bento Space Lighthouse until a mysterious radio message breaks through. Evade the past, welcome oblivion, make the perfect Italian coffee. Still There is a psychological adventure game about grief, technical puzzles, wacky AIs, and dark humor. How far is far enough?
I'm pretty sure we did do this one last week.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain we did, because we talked about the coffee thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so next up we have Croiler Sigma Deluxe Edition. Just came out yesterday. Action, indie, casual, anime, hack and slash. Wielding magical blades, 4 girls fight back encroaching waves of monsters in this exhilarating hack and slash action game. Okay.
Croiler Sigma.
It looks like it's almost like,
The hell is it? I kind of like this comic system. I'm a big fan of like any like active combat system stuff.
okay.
Like Tales of Destiny and that sort of stuff. Like the Tales series that all have like that active.
See, I haven't played much Tales again, so there's so many games I have to play, Scott. God damn it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck. This is half the reason why I'd like to play games for a fucking living, just so I could actually play games. Be like, oh, that's what this game is like.
And sword fighting waifus. I mean, I like swords and I like waifus, so you know, this is perfect.
Alright, so, what game am I trying to think of that this is like?
It's Gaia maybe?
No, it's one where you fight like hundreds of people at a time.
Oh, you're thinking of like Hyrule Warriors and stuff like that. That sort of game. Dynasty Warrior.
Yes, there you go. It kind of made me feel like that while I was watching it. So I won't add it to my wish list, but I don't want to ignore it either because it's not something I would really ignore. It's just not something I'm like dying to play. Oh, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Wow. Add this to my wish list. We already went over what this is all about. So
Yep. It goes onto the wish list because Stefan just wants to build an aquarium.
yep.
And it's Dragon Quest. How can you go wrong, man?
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Like, oh, yeah, they're doing pixel art. Oh, Slime King! I seen him. Huh. Nice. He just built a desktop. Alright. Next up, we have... Oh! Yeah, okay. Have you seen this yet, Scott? Micromages?
Micromages.
Yep. We hosted up White Hat. He was playing this.
Oh, I was just about to say that they actually... the physical... Yes, we've gone over Micromages a couple times.
Yeah. I didn't know it was on here because, well, I don't really care. But I couldn't have for Steam. I'd rather have it for NES.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, for anyone out there listening, Micromages is a platformer developed for the original 8-bit NES system. It's now on Steam, ROM included. Play solo or with up to 4 players simultaneously. Compete over score or cooperate to overcome challenging levels. It's basically you're a little mage and you just do a bunch of platforming and the level scans upward. Yep. So you keep moving up, which is really cool. I haven't gotten to play it yet, but I've seen White Hat, who I think has the world record for the speedrun for this right now. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. And
currently, as of right now, it's sale for very, very little.
$9.36 Canadian, so I'd say you're looking at like $8 or something American.
If even.
Yeah.
Probably $7.99 American, so. And you get the ROM for it too, which means you can play it on like
your EverDrive if you have one, or just play it on an emulator if you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so again, awesome game. Jesus. Asterix and Obelix XXL3 to Crystal Meaner.
Asterix and Obelix?
Wow, I haven't seen them in a while.
Right?
They had a lot of games back in the day. You just
yes, they did.
A lot of them we just didn't realize.
They were big European
games,
I think. I think they were way bigger Europe.
Huge in Europe, yeah.
Ice and fire. Goody, goody, goody. It's a crystal.
So,
like it's like the whole Viking thing. So I mean, I guess that would be much more appealing to a European crowd, honestly.
Oh yeah. Now to just read out the description there, it's an adventure single-player co-op or co-op campaign. You set off on an exciting adventure and immerse yourself in the world of Asterix. Alone or in co-op, explore the lands of the Roman Empire and unravel the mystery of the Crystal Meaner and its incredible powers. Menor.
My men here is definitely talented.
It's too small for me to see, so I don't know.
Who cares? Either way,
this was like 15, 20 years ago. This is a really, really huge console series for. What was it?
We're not on holiday,
Alyx. Was it on Nintendo?
They had it on NES, Sega Genesis, and SNES. They had games on all 3 platforms or all 3 consoles.
Is it me or is it a bit?
It was definitely like a huge European hit.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. Well, it was a big comic in Europe as well, and cartoon, I believe. So, and in France is in Europe. And never mind. Next up, we have Catastronauts. Can you deal with unleashing disaster and hold your ship together long enough to destroy the enemy invaders? Repair systems, extinguish fires, arm the torpedoes, avoid deadly solar flares, destroy your friends, and clone them back again. It's on the life of a Catastronaut. This is a casual action indie local co-op game. Local. Not anymore! It's on Steam now. Nothing's local. God damn it.
So, what makes this different from FTL?
What makes it different from FTL is that you'd probably not be... You wouldn't be moving around inside of a ship. Not like in that view, anyways. Usually it was just the one view. But, yeah, I know what you mean when you're saying... I was thinking the same thing, and I was like,
Right.
I won't ignore it, because I do enjoy FTL quite a bit. Oh, okay, they got sucked out. Draw Chili is a hell of an arcade game about Vladimir, his squad, Purgatory, and the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Indie, pixel graphics, 2D, replay value, funny. Alright. This looks like it could be promising. Soundtrack is good. Whoa! Whoa! You're just like fighting a shit ton of people.
On?
It's almost like you're leading an army of people to fight against another army of people. What the This is crazy looking.
What the fuck's going on? Was that like a dick that just dropped a whole bunch of fucking stuff? That's what it looked like to me. Like I'm not even like trying to be silly. It kind of just looked like a dick that just flew across the screen.
How far back was it? Jesus Christ.
Before that. Keep going, like, go back like 30 seconds. Keep watching. Keep watching. Oh, wait, there's way too far back. You'll see it, don't worry. Now you're gonna look for like that. It's gonna come up the top of the screen and just like.
All right.
You're...
No, it's a worm.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. It is. What?
I can understand why you thought that.
Without stopping and actually getting a look at that.
It looks like it's a fun game.
Like, the first time you see it and it flies by in 2 seconds.
It looks like a penis.
Now I get it, it's a worm. I see that now. But...
Anyways, I've added that to my wish list. We have one game left. One, and most of them have been good, so I think this is a very good queue. Woven, which I know we've looked at before because we were talking about how good this looked.
What were they getting into?
Like for the way they had it done, kind of thing. But it's a lot like, I guess, almost like the Yoshi's Woolly World kind of thing.
Oh yeah. We did talk.
Yeah. And again, it's not something I love, but it's not anything I dislike either. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so that is the end of our Steam queue. I think we've done pretty good for what we looked through.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Alright, so we have up next our news from IndieRetroNews.com. If you're not following them or checking them out, you should be doing so because they cover everything. They cover so much of our great news, and they get to deliver so many retro games. Go check them out. How's it going, McKay? Alright, so up first we have Starfighter 77, homage to classic space games from the 70s and 80s. A new retro-inspired game has just surfaced, but unlike previous ones mentioned that are arcade puzzle games, this one is both a side-scrolling and top-scrolling shooter with the developer Papidimus has entitled... Oh, that's the developer's name, okay. Papidimus... as titled as Starfighter 77. The game, released recently as a free PC game, is inspired by the second generation of video games as a nostalgia-fueled love letter to the games of the 70s and 80s. So let's just watch the trailer here. It looks like it's a shmup type thing. Defend Outpost Alpha. Get ready. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's oh, there's a game like this kind of for Oh, this sounds old school.
it's Defender?
Boo! Boo!
Is that what I'm thinking about? Like, is it kind of like Defender?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking, what is it? Magical something on TurboGrafx 16.
It's
where you can turn back and forth like that. But I think there's a lot of other shmups. Because I didn't play a lot of those when I was growing up.
It's Bird vs. Camel.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, cleared. We're up to Outpost Delta. Oh, now it's a different part. Oh, okay. Look at this. Right? Uh-oh. This is millipede-like. Dude. Yeah, I was gonna say that one is getting closer. Holy crap.
Well, this is definitely different.
Yeah, dude, this is fun. So now they have an up and down kind of thing now. But it's almost like, oh wow, now they're going up and... I thought they were just going down the screen, but it looks like they're going any fucking which way they want, really. This is pretty good, but it's almost like they have this millipede, like the regular enemies do have this like millipede sense where they're just slowly moving down towards you if you don't get to them quick enough. Hey, where'd that one come from? Get out of here, shooting an extra shot. Oh, this is like a bonus stage? This is so awesome, I like this. This is neat. Neat. Holy crap. Alright, so anyways, that was, it's a long little video there, but it was worth watching. That was a fun little game. Alright, so if you loved games such as the 80s classic Defender, Scott was right, then this game is sure to fuel your nostalgic needs. It doesn't just feature plenty of enemy waves to blast with an increasing high score, but great retro sound effects, spacey animation, and as an extra bonus, between each level, top-scrolling action destroying even more enemies as your warp counts down to the next level. That looked promising.
Yeah, that actually did look really fun.
And that's just for PC, apparently. It's not even for, like...
Oh, really?
Atari or... Yeah.
Oh.
So that's pretty awesome. And it's free to play. So if you're interested in playing, there you go. You have a nice new free, old school, kind of like 70s, early 80s game. Shmup. Alright, up next we have Dirty Dozer. Oh, a lovely ZX Spectrum game experience from Migtello Art. Fancy playing a brand new ZX Spectrum game that's getting great feedback from the community, such as one of the best games I've played in a while and very, very good? Then take a look at Migtello Art's latest ZX Spectrum game of Dirty Dozer, developed using Arcade Game Designer. A game in which you play as a bulldozer must move specific crates into flashing zones to complete the level. Alright, Dirty Dozer. You're a dirty dozer, aren't you? Okay. Oh, here we go. What? I was about to say, are you guys gonna play or what's going on? What? Oh, you go through the... Oh, okay, okay. Ah. It's like a puzzle game. The soundtrack is craziness. Oh, wait now. Oh, another different song on this level. Oh. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Oh, okay. So the idea is to try to get Le Block.
Ah, okay, I see.
Alright, I kind of like this.
Yeah, this is good puzzling. I like it. Oh no, you fell. Well, how do you get... Okay, you can just jump. Never mind. Well, why is there an electrical beam up there? That is also... I don't know why.
Looks like you have lives, so... Looks like that there may be some obstacles instead of it just being like...
Yeah.
Only the puzzle aspect to it, but you're gonna have to, you know... Don't die!
Actually, I want to see him finish this one puzzle. Oh, no, he died. Bad luck. Indeed. Alright, anyways. He died, so he has to start over. So that looks like a very interesting game. The music is kind of trippy, to be quite honest. The puzzle aspect, though, is really good. And the colors, of course, because it's ZX Spectrum, are fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So moving on, we have Risky Rick. Rick Dangerous port is coming to the MSX. Pre-order is available. We've always had a soft spot for that classic Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, and DOS game, Rick Dangerous. A very challenging action platformer from the late 80s that made you feel like an Indiana Jones character traversing dangerous locations such as caves and temples while avoiding the bad guys and deadly boulders and spike traps. Well, if you remember the fine game, some people didn't like it. You'll be overjoyed to learn that not only did it appear on the port on the CBS ColecoVision, but the same team will be bringing the game to MSX as of December 25th, with a physical edition due March 2020. That's kind of interesting. So let's have a look at this. It almost looks like it could be like Super Pitfall. See, I want an MSX too. I want them all! I'm like fucking a console Pokemon.
Risky Rick and Dangerous Traps.
Oh shit, did it just start out with throwing a boulder at you? This is... Whoa, whoa.
Go Indiana Jones on this bitch.
Right.
Ah!
Oh, this looks pretty good. Whoa, okay.
The guy with the fez, the worst thing ever.
Oh, it's over already. No. Oh, look at that guy. Super Punch Out. Oh, so it's a work in progress video from the ColecoVision version. Oh, in the game you play as Dr. Walter Risky Rickenbacker Jr., a young professor of archaeology, lecturing on ancient civilizations. At the opportunity to recover artifacts, he transforms into an Indiana Jones-like adventurer. Hat and all. The game will feature enhanced resolution, color graphics, background to foreground display priority, hardware scrolling screen, room levels, freezing free sound effects, samples, and much more. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty good, especially for MSX. Oh, yeah, man. Verge World Icarus Rising, an unusual Amiga game announced from Retro Bones Games. This looked interesting just from this one screenshot. I'm glad there's a video. I'm so excited right now. Alright, so both Solo and Saberman contacted us this week, as just moments ago they told us Retro Bones Games are currently working on a new Amiga game called Verge World Icarus Rising. Now, what makes this game rather unique isn't for the fact that you are playing as Nyx, a smuggler on a dry desert planet, but from the look at the animation below, the game is played in a third-person perspective, maybe using open fractal or voxels, something we rarely see in Amiga games, but have a number of times in scene demos. In terms of requirements of the game, as it's still in its early days, the developer behind the games have said it should work on an Amiga and is planned to full use of better CPU and hardware as soon as we know more, including the more all-important engine and gameplay. We will let you know. Verbal diarrhea. My bad. What? Oh, okay. What? Oh, 7 seconds? Oh, that is a ball tease right there. Why would you do that? Oh, it looks pretty awesome. It's just I'm more confused over why the background, I guess, or the environment looks so like pixely, like super pixelated, whereas like your ship looks like it's like a piece of art.
Yeah, it's like rendered really nicely.
Yeah.
Stuff in the background.
So again, if this is still in its early days, so maybe they just had, hey, let's throw up a basic as hell background and just show how it works or how it's gonna work. So if that's the case, it has some promise.
You did. This is good for all 7 seconds you gave us.
Alright, so want to code Amiga games in assembler? If so, you can just read down here. I'll just go through this real quick for you guys. Oh, I'm going to pronounce your name horribly. Oh, actually, Graham Cowie. I hope that's Graham. Graham Cowie contacted Indie Retro News yesterday to tell us that his Amiga game development tutorial series is well underway. This is the same person who was behind the awesome Rygar and Bomb Jack Beer Edition ports for the Amiga, of which we just can't put down for any length of time. The series is currently up to episode number 4, with a new episode being released each week. It is aimed at beginners and takes you through all the dev tricks it takes to make a fully functional Amiga game covering all aspects of the classic Amiga's OCS and AGA platforms using modern-day tools. Grimm has set up a website, and he also has a Facebook page. You're also welcome to ask questions on his Discord. If you ever want to learn how to make an Amiga game without any frameworks like that were done back in the day, then now's your chance. Best of all, though, the series is completely free. So, what I didn't mention there is that there is a link there for the Discord, for the Facebook, and for the website. All available through IndieRetroNews.com for those listening. If you want to find that, you can go to the Want to Code Amiga Games in Assembler little segment that they have there, and that should give you all the websites you'll need if you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Alright, here is a game that I was actually offered a copy for it. I'm not... Actually, yes, he did get the copy to me, so I do need to get to playing this. But Beautiful Bricks. A new take on a retro classic with up to 4 players.
Really?
So, if you remember Arkanoid...
Yeah, 4-player Arkanoid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, I love Arkanoid.
Arkanoid, an arcade game first developed by Taito in 1986, with the bat-like device scrolling from side to side at the bottom of the screen, bouncing an orb back and forth and smashing blocks for a high score. And I'm pretty sure the NES version had the rollerball too, just like the arcade. I've never played one on the NES. Oh, it sounds awesome. Anyways, then you might be interested to know, Ready Wolf has released their latest game, Beautiful Bricks, an indie game which is inspired by that classic. It also has its own rather special features, including up to 4-player enjoyment. Alright, so Beautiful Bricks looks to be a rather special breed of Arkanoid Breakout-inspired game, as it doesn't just feature all the brick-smashing fun we're used to, but 4 simultaneous players, physics-based ball behavior, more paddle control, boss battles, 230 levels, over 30 wicked power-ups including paddle flight jet pads, different modes, and much, much more, all presented in a consistent retro 8-bit aesthetic.
Damn.
Oh, so I'm actually looking forward to playing this. I did get a copy of it, so I've always loved Arkanoid.
Oh, hell
I was not fantastic at it by any means, but I still loved the game. It was great.
I wonder if this is like, if you could play this through the Steam.
Oh, I would imagine it's on Steam. So I mean, even if it's local, you'd still be able to.
Right?
Oh yeah. Oh, so can you hit everybody's balls? That sounds weird. Oh, whoa! What?
Physics-based ball movement?
Oh, they said 30 power-ups, but it looked like it said 40 power-ups. Oh, dude.
What?
I am so excited to play this. I can see me and SDK whenever we have time off after podcasts soon. We're probably going to end up playing this together because this looks fucking awesome. Boss battles, I wanted to say. Whoa! You're fighting against a laser?
Versus mode?
Whoa!
What the fuck?
Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
Dude, this game looks great.
Yeah, it does.
I'm actually super psyched to play this now.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you, Ready Wolf, for your copy. For a copy, this looks so good. I'm very excited to play this now.
Hey, Ready Wolf.
I mean, I can try and contact him and let him know that, you know, if you have another copy, I can toss it over to Scotch. We'll play through all 230.
Hell yeah.
And actually do another podcast based out, because we're going to be doing one on the Messenger. Just a little spoiler alert for you guys. But we will be doing Messenger. Scott's going to be covering it. I'm not going to lie, I've been terrible recently for playing any indie games, so I need to get it back onto that streaming ball of playing some of those. So, anyways, Beautiful Bricks. It's well, for those listening, it's basically Arkanoid, but
on crack.
New Arkanoid 2. That's what I would call this, because I think it deserves to be at least referred to like Arkanoid, because it's exactly like that, but it offers so much more as well, because it's again, it is new. So, this is fantastic. Good job, Ready Wolf. So next we have another kind of a type of puzzler type game, Crystals of Amalgam. An addictive match 3 game with retro inspirations gets a PC release. Featured a number of great match 3 games on Indie Retro News, games such as The Return of Trackstore and Vegetables Deluxe, to name but a few. But now, after searching for the very depths of itch.io, we've come across a brand new game for the PC called Crystals of Amalgam. A freely playable and great-looking release by Alyx FC and Dado Meister for the Revision Jam 8 Bits to Infinity Anniversary competition. According to the description, your ship has been pulled into an interdimensional gap and is now trapped within a field of crystal orbs. Match 3 or more orbs to destroy them. Mix primary colors to get a secondary color, or secondary colors to get a silver orb. Silver orbs will give you special powers when you match them. But beware that time is your enemy. Don't let the orb wall reach the limit range of your ship, or your ship will be destroyed. The game features great retro aesthetics, addictive non-stop match 3 gameplay, a deep chip-tuned soundtrack, downloadable and playable in your browser, and finally, inspired by the Juan J. Martinez Trackstore saga from usebox.net/JJM. Okay, liking the soundtrack already. Okay.
I like just the title screen itself. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, this all looks good, dude.
Oh, it's nice and fast too.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Good. I like fast.
Whoa,
Okay.
What is that power?
I'm a fan.
Yeah, this looks fun. Oh, crap. Wow. Yeah, this could be addictive. Just with how quick they start, like, throwing stuff down at you again. Holy shit. Oh, you actually have a hold to your ship on how many balls you can keep. So I guess they actually really go aboard of your ship. That's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, it's exactly as it sounds. You basically just grab balls of the same color and throw them back up. You have a hold in your ship that can hold up to 3 balls. It might be able to extend once you get different power-ups maybe, but basically you can hold so many balls in your ship and throw them back out and in any place you want to, kind of thing. And it's just match 3, and I guess try to get rid of them all. Doesn't look like it's an easy game to get rid of them all in one go unless you're super fast maybe. Alright, next is just a brief mention. I'm not going to actually go through the entire article, but anyone who's playing AMIner, an arcade mining game for the Amiga, it has a new build. So if this is something that you've been playing, then you might want to run over and get the latest version and continue with your mining. Next up, we have Black and White, upcoming ZX Spectrum 128K game by Pat Morita team. Gets a demo. Alright, so another ZX Spectrum game to cheer you all up on this rather gloomy Sunday, as thanks to Saberman, who contacted us the other day. He told us Pat Morita team has released an early demo for their upcoming ZX Spectrum game, Black and White. This game, classed as an arcade puzzle platformer, puts you in control of twin witches, Candle or Alice, as they must settle their debt to the king and obtain their teacher's forgiveness. Their playful antics caused a fusion of witches and a tornado that disturbed the king's treasure across the land. Oh, distributed the king's treasure across the land, my bad. Collect all the diamonds from the screen before the time runs out. To do this, use your magic to break the blocks of your color and to paralyze the enemies for a few seconds. If your magic bar runs out, it will start to flash, and you'll have to recharge it on the magic crystals. But remember that the recharge will change your color. The game features a great soundtrack, a number of playable levels in the demo, smooth gameplay, and finally great arcade fun that will keep you hooked throughout.
Okay.
Ooh.
Take a look.
Oh. Oh, the soundtrack is really good. This is awesome. The soundtrack is really good so far.
Both sitting here popping our head to it.
Oh. New color recharge your magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna give us some
good tutorial. That's nice.
gameplay, you know.
High mountains. Okay. So far, I'm digging it. Let's see some gameplay. Oh. Oh, okay, it's Bubble Bobble Saw. Oh, what happened? You didn't have the right color, did you? Yeah, and there's quite a few stages, it looks like. Or worlds, I guess. Yeah, it also looks like you can't actually kill enemies. Oh. You electrocuted them for a few seconds, looks like. Looks like you can just hurt them for a second, or like you'd stun them. That's it. Which is kind of good. That gives it a little bit more challenge.
Yeah. No, they actually just fly off the top of the stage. Like, we're done here. Peace.
What are they doing there? Are they recharging or something? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'd like to know a little bit. Oh, okay, I guess it takes a lot of hits to just destroy that one little orb. Oh, it looks like when the enemies are behind the gems, they turn a different color as well, huh? Like when they come out from behind them, they're black. So I guess it has different effects depending on. Because it says you change color when you go, but it looks like when you're behind the crystal. So I don't understand. I'd like to play this now because now I'm like, I want to know how does one do? And the soundtrack is, I love it. I love the soundtrack. It's fantastic. It's catchy. It's very nice. So for those listening, basically it's a little bit like Bubble Bobble in regards that you can fall through the bottom of the screen and come out through the top. But you're basically just, it's almost like a little puzzler type game where you're collecting all these gems, but enemies change color, and then if you're behind a crystal, then you're a different color, and so on and so forth. So it looks like there's a little bit of information there that you probably want to get before you start playing, or figure it out before you start getting into it. But
yeah.
Otherwise, again, ZX Spectrum game, when something looks that fast and sounds and feels that good, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's a good ZX Spectrum game. Alright, and the last thing we have here, and I'm pretty sure we covered this game a while ago, Armortale. It's a lovely looking platformer that finally just got released.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was even, I think I'm actually, let me check out my Facebook real quick. I think I'm following these guys.
So, let's go over to the Steam page and have a look. Armortale, already on my wish list, of course. Baby demon foxes are on a rampage. Head on an epic journey together with a wise witch to stop their mischief and save the kingdom. A fun action platformer with a unique armor swapping mechanic.
Yep, I am following these guys on Facebook.
So changing your armor gives you different powers, I guess.
Yep. Pretty cool game.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Came out
See, this
November.
feels... Oh, it's almost like little Samson the way he was jumping just then. But it also kind of makes me feel like Gimmick as well. Like it has that... like the enemies and stuff feel like they're from Gimmick as opposed to Little Samson. And then I kind of feel like a little homage here to Little Nemo with those mushrooms. You'll see it there in a second. Oh God! Those are I hate those levels the most. Yeah, Armortale. Yeah, worth having. Came out just earlier, this week, yeah. Came out on the 15th of November. It's only $5.35. It's 20% off right now. It is worth getting.
Yeah.
It is definitely worth getting. Well, you hear what I said, throwbacks to Little Nemo and Little Samson and Gimmick. Those are all pretty good NES platforming games right there.
Throw that out there.
Yeah.
Comparing it to those kind of legendary games.
Yeah.
Something good going on.
So that is all of our news from IndieRetroNews.com. Fantastic, awesome people over there. So we're going to Indie Games Plus this week for our last 3 segments. Yes, I'm almost done with news. Wow. So, first game we have here is a game that I thought was very interesting. It's called I Am Fish, where you guide a fragile fishbowl to the ocean.
So
It looks like it could be a fun game.
The game.
I guess so, but you're moving your entire fishbowl. All right, so feeling a little cramped in a small fishbowl, a goldfish sets its sights on something larger. Fortunately, with you at the helm, this little aquatic adventurer has a chance of getting to the ocean. From the creators of I Am Bread, I Am Fish offers a cute protagonist and a challenging task to undertake. The goldfish needs your help. Really, you'll be in charge of driving its fishbowl in a way that is the least hazardous. As it is a glass bowl, you have to take each fall with grace while landing on something soft. You have to balance on small rails between buildings as you make your escape to the lower ground, which comes with its own dangers, like vehicles. Your glass bowl can take a few little bumps and nudges before shattering, but if you aren't near water when it does, you'll be gasping for air. Players familiar with the I Am Bread will not be disappointed with this new edition that adds all sorts of hijinks. You'll need to get creative with your solutions, figuring out how to fall safely as you find yourself in some seriously goofy predicaments. You have to get to the ocean somehow, but how you get there is completely up to you. Just try to somehow find a way to stay intact on your journey. And who wouldn't want to help out such a defenseless little fish with their grand free willy dream anyway? This looks fun.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely different. That's for sure.
Okay, so at least your bowl is sealed. That's cool.
Oh, is it? Okay. That... Alright, fair enough.
Okay. Oh, okay, yep. Oh, wow, okay. Oh, no.
This is definitely... Oh, good.
Oh, my God.
That... Bleh.
I can see that being fun. I can see that being a lot of fun. For, like, a streamer to just trying to get to the ocean. That would be, a lot of hilarious fun. I could just see that now. I would get so mad.
That's fun. Download for free.
Oh, really? I did not see that.
Alright, cool.
Alright. So we have Trailer Tuesday from IndieGamesPlus.com. So let's see what we have here. Saviorless. Masked Savior awoke from his slumber to find that to survive inside the Smiling Islands, he needs to destroy the ruling Great Savior and take his place. But soon enough, he will discover that all the world around is just an illusion, the fragment of a collapsing video game.
Okay.
Alright. Moltres. Is this a game? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh.
I don't know. You tell me it's a game.
Whoa.
Did he like just attack the text box? Whoa, what the fuck?
Right? Ah!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, now I see. That looks good. Oh, so it's currently in development. It's projected release Q1 2021. Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, don't worry. It'll be on the podcast in 2 years.
Yeah.
Alright, up next. Hope or How We Survived. A tower guard protects the town's survivors, but how does he pass the time when not shooting zombies? Hope or How We Survived is a short narrative-focused game with pick-up-and-play shooting and dialogue mechanics. It looks pixely, so let's give it a go. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, this is kind of unique.
Right? So it's kind of like a tower defense-y, or...
I guess so. I'm not usually into tower defense, but this, it looks good because it's pixely. And it doesn't look like it's too over the top. Like usually they just keep making you go and making you go and making you go, and so that doesn't look bad at all. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Ooh. Space Traitors. You and your friends play as the remaining robot crew aboard an abandoned space cruise liner, the SS Updog. What up, Doc?
No. They did not really call it that.
However, the ship has long since been abandoned by its human passengers. Solar Flare reawakens the ship and its AI, but something's wrong. It's attempting to turn you and your friends against each other. Oh god, is this like a four-way battle?
This ship, I'm in control now.
Okay, here we go. Oh wow, you actually can play with your phone? Huh.
What the hell?
That's different.
Looks like you can't trust anyone.
Oh, Updog Games. That's why it's called the SS Updog. Okay. Alright, well that was... I don't want to say it was bad, because it didn't look bad to me. I don't know if I'd like run out to get it by myself, but I mean, like, it looked like it was kind of interesting that you could kind of play from your mobile phone on the computer.
Yeah.
With a group of people. So that means you don't have to be in the same room if that's the case. Yeah. Like, how do they... I would assume they pair that with, like, your number or something, or, like, you just text, so, pound whatever.
Like, other games, like, you don't know Jack has like this where you just have, like, go to a certain site, you type it onto your phone, and then, like, your phone becomes, like, a buzzer or something like that.
Yes, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Alright, next we have Meteorfall, Krumit's Tale. Battle likes of Barbarian. Oh my god, Barbarians. And nuke addled snot wolves to protect our glowing green world from the sweaty hands of the Uberlich. Okay. What?
Exactly. I got tired of just listening to you read that. Like, what?
Oh, this is a card type game. Scott might like this more than me. Because I am not very good at... some of them I'll try, because some of them I enjoy, but a lot of them I'm terrible at. Mint candies. We're 6.
I wish I understood any of that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I'm sure that like they would teach you how to play the.
I would hope so.
That's.
Anyways, up next, Pumpkin Jack. Pumpkin Jack is a spooky, scary 3D platformer in which you embody Jack, the mythical pumpkin lord. Dive into an epic adventure through otherworldly landscapes and help the evil annihilate the good. Sounds like it could be okay.
Okay.
Unreal Engine, alright. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You are Jack. You have to kill this wizard. Alright. Was it Darksiders? This kind of reminds me of.
Darksiders are like medieval.
Yeah. Whoa.
I feel like it's more like medieval.
Was that like an American Gladiators arena? Just standing there, just shooting balls at you. You gotta like run in behind the thing to protect you. You get that one shot.
Oh, let me start it on American Gladiators, man. My mother and I were.
Oh, I used to love that shit too.
Oh man, we watched the fuck out of American.
Oh yeah. Do you remember they used to have a show, a medieval kind of show that was like that on Saturday afternoons?
Oh, the medieval cartoon?
No, it wasn't a cartoon. It was a live action, almost like American Gladiators, but it was all medieval.
Oh. I'm gonna give that a no.
Okay. Well, never mind then. Alright.
That sounds cool.
You know, it was pretty cool, but it used to come on, I think, ABC or NBC, like, and it only happened for like one summer that they, I guess it didn't catch on, but it was all medieval, like, the gladiators were actually,
like I said, it sounds cool, but, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. Cat and Ghostly Road. You have to go on a dangerous journey to the world of ghosts and demons. Not all things are what they seem. Alright, so it's in Steam Early Access. Okay, so you do play as the cat. I don't like the paper you got.
Yeah, we've been kind of, like, adamant about not being a fan of this sort of, like, art style.
Yeah.
There's a few games that have had this sort of art style that have been really good.
Yeah.
But, like, very few. I think, like, the Deepest Dungeons had this art style, but the game was so good that it was, like...
Yeah. Darkest Dungeon.
Or Darkest Dungeon, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So this is almost like a point-and-click adventure. 6 might actually enjoy this.
Kind of looks like it. What the fuck?
Whoa, okay.
Oh, hell no. Nope. Nah, I'm okay. There's some spooky ass shit going on here.
Alright, so
what's up, Gyarados? How you doing?
just walking around as a cat, solving puzzles and doing point-and-clicky things. That's kind of cool. Alright, so next up we have The Lost Cave of the Ozarks. As the unfortunate boy who fell into a sinkhole in the 1880s, use your trusty lantern and vivid imagination to survive the dangers that dwell deep in the heart of the Lost Cave. Okay.
Okay.
Looks like it has almost like a chibi style while your head is huge. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that stuff. And again, this is kind of like that papery kind of looking thing to it. I was never a fan of this type of paper. And I don't even know if you call it paper. It's almost like graphic on graphic.
It's weird.
Whoa. Okay.
It's like a hyper realism, or
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe that.
Up next, we have The Big Journey. Tilt the world to roll around and explore a beautiful world with Mr. Whiskers. For the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so let's see what we got.
This is Cat Stop Podcast, by the way. All we do is we talk about games that have cats in them.
Apparently with this one. Okay, this is kind of interesting. This is kind of cute, actually. It's a lot like Monkey Ball.
Yeah, kind of.
But 2D instead of 3D, so that's cool. You're a fat blue kitty.
Alright, I can dig this.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. I like this. It's a very cute game as well. So it's very obviously kid friendly, which is always good. It's always fun when you find games that you can play with, I guess, your kids or whatever. That cat looks so happy. Like, oh, I'm just bouncing around. I'm a fat blue cat. I'm so happy about this. Oh, every time it eats something tasty.
He's getting fatter. Damn, it looks like my cat. Damn. Look at that. Look at that tub. Damn.
Oh.
Kitty, you get big.
That's a cute little game for the Switch. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
All right.
Bouncing off of cows.
So up next is Faith, Unholy Trinity. I think this is the same game we were looking at before. Yep. We're not watching this again. It's very scary. It makes me want to cry. Very much. That like literally that Atari graphics creature that they have in it makes me very terrified. That's yeah. So we have Pathologic 2, Marble Nest up next. Play for a single day as Dr. Daniil Dankovsky, a scientist from the capital who's trying to save the town alongside Haruspex. Uncover the missing pieces and attempt to solve the riddle offered to you by death itself. Ooh. Alright. Whoa, okay. It's these kind of graphics. What? Why is there more scary games? Why?
I know, right?
Like, look at this.
Something seems to be off.
Yeah, something okay.
Why the fuck is...
Oh, what is that? See, that looks creepy. She's creepy. Those things... Please don't have a jump scare. What? Okay, see, that thing is... That Birdman thing, that thing's trippy.
Yeah. Yup. Please excuse me as I take a bite of this popcorn and settle this.
Alright, that looks trippy as hell.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, so we're done with the Trailer Tuesday. Up next we have RPG. Grimm's Hollow reaps its way through an adorable underworld. Let's just go. Let's see. You're a brand new Reaper, but your brother's nowhere to be found. Guess you'd better get used to your new gig while trying to figure out where your sibling went. Lavender really wasn't expecting to wake up to a bunch of skull-faced folks in black cloaks, let alone ones holding bright balloons to celebrate their new employment. But here we are. While this is a lot to take on its own, Grimm's Hollow still has more complications to throw your way. Your brother's missing in the underworld and no one seems to know where to look for him. So now you need to reap souls and find a lost kid. The reaping part is challenging, but at least you've got some useful tools to help you out. Your scythe is an excellent tool for cutting down phantoms, but it'll require timing to swing right. You can also unlock a bunch of skills and abilities through a skill tree, adding more time-based attacks and status ailments to your arsenal. The ghosts you're fighting have a bunch of abilities of their own, though, so expect them to fight back. These ghosts just aren't keen on your new job, honestly. Grimm's Hollow is a concise RPG experience that aims to minimize grinding and maximize your time spent with cute characters and lovable companions. Plus, it's full of ghostly snacks and some neat haunted caves. Really can't go wrong with making the best of a short time with this one. And it's free. On Steam and itch.io.
I'm actually kind of interested in this.
Yeah. So you're Lavender, okay. What? Oh. The music is kind of along the lines of Pilot Wings. Like, that vibe. Whoa. Oh, cool little skill tree. So it looks like its own. Yeah, it's very RPG. I like the art style too. Like the characters on the side when they're talking look really nice. Morbid muffin. Deathlicious donut. Oh. Oh, okay. That kind of made me feel like Chrono Trigger with the up on the mountain. It's about, oh. Uh-oh. Can't tell, you're already dead. Grimm's Hollow. Yeah, that does not look terrible at all. That looks great. Available for free on October 31st. Wow, I wish we had known about this last week. That would have been great. Although we had a lot of shit last week, so. But yeah, no, this looks fantastic. I would say Mr. Scott is getting
my
it.
list of stuff that I'm going to like check out once the podcast is done.
Yeah.
Or, tomorrow or whatever. I usually keep a list of like a couple of things that I want to check out afterward. That's definitely one of them I want to check out.
All right, so that's the end of our news this week. We're going into our 2 Kickstarters for this week.
Cool.
Our first one is A Way to Die, a roguelite in a human corpse. You control a virus and try to infect your host. They're only looking for $1,474 Canadian. They're only at $137. We only have 12 backers and 19 days to go. So let's watch this trailer, shall we?
Okay.
It's a little strange looking. I watched the trailer for it already, but it looks like it has some promise to it too. Oh. So it's a little bit along the lines of Super Meat Boy, but with the purpose of infecting. So it's like you're the bad guy.
This is weird.
Hey, it's different. There's nothing wrong with different. Alright, and you can try out A Way to Die demo now at itch.io. All right.
A way to die. AWAY to die. Like a way to die.
Yeah.
This is. Here's the thing. Yes, this is a unique idea.
Yeah.
I can absolutely see how some people are really going to take this one.
Oh, God, yeah. As you can see down here, you can be influenza, the cold, or cancer.
Like, yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Boy, this could be really, really, really contrived as like to be completely insensitive to some people.
Yeah.
Because it's like, my grandmother died of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do I really want to play a game where it's like, oh, I can become cancer, and now infect somebody, and now they have cancer, and now they die.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can see, now that you mention it like that, I can see now why people could be turned off from the game.
Yeah, that could be really contrived as something that's like completely insensitive. It's just a game. Don't get me wrong. I understand what's going on about this.
Yep.
So you have to take it as a game.
Yeah.
But you and I both know is that there are snowflakes out there that are going to be like, oh, my 3 cats ago she died of cancer and blah blah blah. And this really triggers people up. God damn it! It's just a game.
Exactly.
It's just a game. We're not actually giving anybody cancer. Stop. Just.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if people aren't insensitive, I mean, really, like I said, it looks like it's almost like or not a Meat Boy, Jesus.
Yeah.
Binding of Isaac. That's the game I was trying to think of. I don't know why.
One of those games that I really feel should like come with a cover warning, where it's just like, listen, things are going to happen in this game, and if you're sensitive to certain material, this is probably not the game for you.
Exactly.
Or like I said, my grandmother died of cancer, but I get the idea of this game, so it's like I'm not offended by it or anything. But I definitely see how there would be some people out there that could see this and be like, this is awful. You're talking about giving cancer to somebody. I mean, yes, but...
I mean, well, if you think about it that way, look at Plague Incorporated.
That
had a lot of different stuff like that. So, but anyways, they're only looking for €5, $8 Canadian. That's probably around $6.50, $7 American. Like I said, it doesn't look like it's a terrible game. It actually looks like it could be fun, especially if you have like a whole map like this. That's the actual human body where you have to like fully infect it, and in order to beat the game, it's a different type of.
Yes.
You know, it's not what you would expect. So that's kind of good because I think we're all kind of bored with what we can always expect. So.
Right.
Yeah. So. All right, so it looks like it could be a lot of fun. Yeah, some people, like you said, might be sensitive to it, but that's the thing. You can't be sensitive about a game. It's not meant there to be like, oh, I hope you buy this and you're going to get hurt by it. Like, yeah, no. It's just in fun or just taking an idea and using it because no one else has. So why not?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Anyways, A Way to Die is available on Kickstarter to, if you want to help them make their games come true, then that's the way to do it. And our last thing that we have here, our last Kickstarter, it's a nice, cool-looking game. It's called Endless Memories. It's a 2D action-adventure. Set in a world of dreams. Explore a vast dream world to recover all your lost memories. They're looking for 15,970. They're currently sitting at 5,848 with 139 backers and 13 days to go. So let's watch the trailer. I think Scott might enjoy this one as well.
Alright.
Yeah, the gameplay looks really good.
Alright.
Yep.
Screams Metroidvania to me.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
And, you know, if you ever want to get my attention with your game, tell me it's a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
That's all you really have to do.
This looks really good. Again, it's a little bit outside of the style that we usually like, but that's when your gameplay is good, it doesn't matter. And it still looks actually really nice. I still like the way it looks, personally, so. Yeah, this has a lot to it, man. This is so cool. Wow. Oh, don't you dare show me fishing, too. Jesus Christ. My God, man. Stop. He's just like, what else can we throw in there to make it even
more appealing?
Whoa. Oh, man. Alright. So, if we didn't have that first game that we seen there on Steam that we, like...
I mean, I could dig that.
Yeah, this looks great.
The art style is a little outside of the things that I do, but at the same time, if your game is really good, then I'm willing to overlook it. You know what I'm saying?
What do I feel like we might have seen something? For some reason, the name Homunculus Games sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That does sound awfully familiar, though. You're right.
Yeah, we might have covered this in the past, and if we did, again, sorry. As we've disclaimed so many times before, we cover so many games that, yeah, anytime we say, you know, if it's been a week or two, there's a good chance that we don't even know.
I don't remember this, though, so I'm pretty sure I would have remembered this.
It still looks fantastic.
Yes, it does.
Alright, so let's go. Oh, they're putting it out for Steam and Switch. Good, smart plan. So, for 15 US or 20 Canadian, you get a digital copy of the game for either PC or Switch, a digital game manual and PDF, and your name in the credits. Wow. And it will be available April 2020, so that's not too far away.
Yeah, no, it isn't. At all.
Yeah, it looks like they have tightly tuned controls, exploring a vast, interconnected world. I'm trying to see like exactly how much is to it, because it looks like it's huge. At least that's what it felt like when it was going through everything in the game itself.
Right.
8 completely different dreams interconnected through the laboratory of dreams. Within the lab, we can go into each of them. The deeper you get into each of the dreams, the more they connect. Wow. Okay. Room Masters, the Enchanter. Oh my God. Dreamsmith. Yeah, see, this looks like it could be a fucking fantastic game.
Right.
Like, it has potential for, like, really, like, all these characters look very unique. And like, you kind of, like, okay, now I kind of want to know more. Like, it's, like, kind of drawing you into the game. It's good.
Yeah.
And look at this. 50% of the budget's going into development, 20 for music and sound effects, 15 for marketing, 15 for fees. Good for them. Oh, and then they're going to start showing the different rewards? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, this design a weapon types, dual blades, sword and shield, daggers, long swords, great axes, great swords, katars, fists, hammers, maces, and scythes. Yeah, okay. They offer a lot of cool stuff here too. Dream boss. Oh, wow. Weapon master, hidden dream. Team up with us to design a dreamer and a hidden dream with villagers and unique theme. And wow. They're offering they got some great rewards there, so. And there's a demo already there if people want to try it out, so.
All right. Nothing to lose, just take a look at it.
Alright, so I think we've had a shorter, but I think a very great podcast. Got to see some great games there, and as usual. Alright, well, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? Make our dreams come true.
Now that we're done with the podcast now, thank you, as always, coming by. If you are on the recast, again, thank you again. If you downloaded or listening, however you do your watching of the Retro Indie Pixels podcast, we definitely appreciate all of you guys. We've been far more successful than we've ever, imagined. So it's
Yeah.
all thanks to you guys. So
Indeed.
thank you very much for that.
And never forget that we always appreciate comments, feedback, any of that stuff. You can even go to each episode on shadowengine.com and comment through there. I don't think I've usually checked the sections there, and I don't think there's been any comments yet, or at least we haven't been told about any. Yeah. So if you guys ever have any suggestions, comments, whatever, you can always tell us through there. There's always the Discord as well, which is part of the description for the podcast, and I might change some of the description there to make it a little bit more concise to what we actually do now, because some of the stuff has changed there, obviously. So
yeah. And once again, I'd like to thank my news outlet 7 and Games Radar for the articles for this week for my section.
Indeed, and I'll also thank Indie Games Plus and, of course, Indie Retro News, who always provide us with great news every week.
So, we will be doing something a little bit different this week, because normally we host randomly, but we're going to host up your this week. We're going to finish up The Messenger. So if you guys are interested in coming by and seeing the final section of The Messenger, please come on by. So again, thanks everybody for coming by, and we will see you guys next week.
Indeed. And right now we're going to host up Mr. Elizibar. He's playing Out of Space, so go over and say hello to him. Have yourselves a good evening. Have yourselves a good week and weekend. And we'll see you next week, next Thursday. Good night.
Good night.